Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the new mum tag, which was started by the amazing Emily Norris. Emily actually tagged me in this, so thank you Emily for doing that. And yeah, I'm going to answer 15 questions, all to do with motherhood, and we're getting real within some of these. So if you want to know my answer to these questions, then just keep watching. Okay, so question number one is, what is your favourite mum hack? And for me, it's all to do with getting Ella's hair done as quickly as possible. If you haven't seen my little girl, she is actually 17 months old as I film this today, and she has wild hair. Wild. I literally have to put it up every day just because she's got so much of it. I just can't possibly leave it down at the moment because it's too fly away. And Anthony, my husband, always calls her a lion, a little lion, or lion cub when she has her hair down, because it's just wild. And she is not one for just sitting there and letting you put it up. You just have to kind of do it any way you can. So the best way that I found for this, so this is my favourite mum hack, is to put her hair up while she's having a snack or her breakfast, because if she is distracted by food, you can do it much easier. Number two is, what is your most embarrassing mum moment? So for me, this is literally day one of being a mother, so not even 24 hours. It might have just been just over 24 hours. I was still in the hospital. I actually can't believe I'm about to tell you this. I don't think I've ever told you this, but basically when I had my little girl, I had an episiotomy and I had stitches down there and I was very swollen. So the next morning when they came round, they bought me some breakfast, and also at the same time they asked me to get Ella ready to go and see the doctor. So there I was. I stood up for the first time since having Ella. Second time. The first time I stood up I actually nearly fainted. Second time I stood up on my own. There was nobody else there. My husband had gone home to get some sleep. Very sore down below. I took a bite of my toast, and as I did, I sucked in a crumb to the back of my throat and it made me cough. Now, bearing in mind when you cough, it puts a lot of pressure down below. I honestly can't believe I'm about to tell you this. But yeah, I was coughing and I literally thought that I had pooed my pants. So there I was, trying to hold myself, trying to stop myself from coughing. I didn't have time to like check anything because the nurse came and I had to go to see the doctor. It was all very embarrassing. So I don't think any moment has topped that for me since becoming a mother. And nobody really knew what was going on around me, but I did, and I was deeply embarrassed by that. And now all of you know that too, so... Moving swiftly on to number three, what part of the day do you love the most? And I think the best part of the day for me, and not just because she's going to sleep, but when I do Ella's bedtime routine, she has her bottle, I always feed her right here, and then she sort of cuddles on me and we walk through to her bedroom and I put her down, and just that 30 seconds of cuddles where she's just really calm and hugging me tight. It's just such a beautiful moment. I love that moment every single day. So yeah, that is my favourite moment of the day. And I think the next one is, what part of the day do you like the least? And I would have to say the morning at this particular moment in time, because she is not been sleeping very well. She's going through her leap 10, which is the Wonder Weeks leaps, if you're not familiar with the leaps. Yeah, she's going through her leap 10, which is her last one, and I feel like this one may be one of the worst ones, but her sleep is really disrupted at the moment and she's waking up maybe 2 to 2.5 hours earlier than what she would normally. So yeah, my least favourite time at the moment is morning time. Question number 5 is, what is the worst thing someone said to you when you were pregnant? And I think probably There was a particular instance that I remember of this which really upset me, and it happened on Facebook. I think I had put a post out there talking about nursery decor, and I had a number of people say that they were about to unfollow me because they didn't want to follow my journey, and fair enough to them. They were experiencing pain in their own lives. They'd had a few miscarriages and things, and they just felt it was too painful to follow me along, which is fine. I would always say to people, don't follow somebody if it doesn't make you feel good. But a lot of people jumped onto that conversation and were just talking about miscarriages and things, forgetting that I was fairly early in my pregnancy. I was only about 3 or 4 months at that point, and they were talking to me about miscarriages and all of these things, and it just really got to me. I just kind of think that there's things that you should and shouldn't say around pregnant people, and no pregnant person wants to hear horror stories. I know that it happens, but for me at that time I was quite fragile, I guess, and yeah, that really upset me. So I think that's probably one of the worst things for me. Number 6 is baby name you didn't agree on, and I really liked the name Aria, but Anthony didn't like it, so that was vetoed straight away. But thankfully we both found the name Ella, which we both loved. Number 7, do you co-sleep? Absolutely not. There's only been a couple of occasions where Ella has actually come to our bed, maybe really early in the morning, or you know, about 3-4 o'clock in the morning, something like that, or first thing in the morning, but we really do make the effort not to let her co-sleep, just because we both like our sleep too much, I guess. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it's just not for us. Question 8, something you bought but never used. I would say that's like baby shoes. They were completely pointless. They wouldn't stay on for very long at all, and most of them that I had, I didn't actually end up using. Number 9 is 3 hospital bag must-haves. I would say nipple cream, comfy pair of PJs, and your pads, both breast and down below pads. Number 10, are you a routine mum or a go with the flow mum, and what does bedtime look like? So I would say I'm a bit of both. I do like a routine, but I would never stop doing something because of a routine. I would try and work around it, but I do like sticking to a fairly loose routine, I guess. Bedtimes, we do have a particular routine though, so we will come up around 6:30 after she's had her dinner and a play. We'll come upstairs at 6:30 and she will have a bath, and we'll just stay up here after that. So once she's had a bath, I'll get her dry, I might blow dry her hair, and then we will read a book while she's having a bottle, and then she will go to bed, and she's fairly good at going straight off to sleep. So that is what our bedtime looks like, and she is in bed by 7 o'clock every evening. 11 is what type of labour did you have? What pain relief did you choose? So my labour, Ella was actually back to back, so throughout my labour I was pushing from 3 centimetres, so that was my body trying to turn her round. So it was really quite exhausting. Just before she was about to be born, she actually ended up turning. They were literally just about to take me down for a C-section, an emergency C-section, because her blood pressure was, or her heart, what is it, blood pressure or heart rate? Her heart rate was dropping, but they checked again and she had turned all the way round. So I ended up having forceps and assisted delivery. As far as pain relief, I had gas and air to begin with, then I had diamorphine, but that had all worn off by the time it was ready to push her out. So I went back to just gas and air. After her labour, I lost 2 litres of blood, and I had a 2nd-degree tear. So it was a little bit rough after she was born, hence why it was the first time I'd stood up in 24 hours when the whole pooping incident happened. I will just point out though, I hadn't actually pooped my pants. I forgot to say that at the beginning. I just thought I had, but I hadn't. Question 12 is, have you ever been mum shamed? And I would say yes, but online mum shaming. So it would just be somebody making a comment if I'd put something out there on Instagram or whatever. I had one woman trying to tell me that she knew where I lived and that I was putting my child in danger and all of this. Yeah, so she'd got everything wrong, but she tried to have a good pop at me. But yeah, nobody ever in real life has mum shamed me, I don't think, but definitely online. And I just don't understand that culture. I really, really don't. I try so hard not to judge people, even if I get that you know, initial thought of why they're doing that. I kind of take a step back and I really make a conscious effort not to judge people. So I don't understand that culture at all. 13, the biggest challenges you have faced since becoming a mum, I would definitely say is trying to juggle everything, trying to keep those plates up in the air, trying to keep them spinning. So from motherhood to running a business to keeping a home, it just gets a lot sometimes, and that is something that I do struggle with literally on a daily basis. Number 14, the best bit of advice you've ever been given and the biggest piece of advice that you can give to a new mum. Sorry, my camera just cut out. I think the best piece of advice I ever got was just trust your gut, and the biggest piece of advice I would give to a new mum is exactly that. You know your child better than anyone, so do what you feel you should do rather than what you think you should do, if that makes sense. So just basically trust your gut and know that you know your child better than anybody else. There are lots of people out there who will really try and influence you into their way of thinking, but you've just got to stick with your how you feel to do things, basically. So finally, question 15, who is your mum crush and who do you tag? So my mum crush is definitely Lauren Conrad. I absolutely adore her. I love everything that she does and I've followed her for so long. So now that she is a mum herself, she is definitely my mum crush. And I'm going to tag 3 people. The first one is Ray from the Willis home. She has just started a YouTube channel, so I'm going to tag her. I'm also going to tag Chantel Champs, who is a mum of twins and a toddler, so she's got her hands full. I'm going to tag her, and also another mum of twins, which is Nikki from Fopaholic. I am tagging you, Nikki, too. So if anybody else wants to do this tag, please feel free to use this as an invitation to do it as well. I would love to watch your videos. But there we go, that is my mum tag. I hope that you have enjoyed watching and hearing those embarrassing moments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed my videos, and if you like this one, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again next time. Bye!